As a game reviewer, sometimes I play a game that's hard to describe, and that's exactly what I just got done doing with Abo Kashem that's coming to the PS4. But is this game actually worth picking up, or is this another one that you should just be ignoring? Abo Kashem is one of the most confusing and odd games I've ever played. It's a mishmash of all kinds of different genres and elements that honestly parts of should not have even been thought of to be put in a game like this. The game's story is relatively nonsensical and kind of all over the place. You play as a character who has a gigantic nose and a silent protagonist, and you have a companion who's a lizard that has plenty of smack talk to give you and to give all the other characters you run into. The game is very much quest-based. You're given a main quest as well as side quests that you're able to find scattered throughout the city of Torrid that you're going to be exploring. Things in the game get strange right away. Your very first mission is going into a shop, picking up a dead cat, and then you proceed to bury it into concrete. Like just stick it into the ground just where you're standing. The game's enemies are all cats for some reason, and most of the cats you're dealing with in the city area just have these cardboard boxes on their head that I guess are making them evil, and you knock that off of them in order to free them. The other cats you're dealing with are more anthropomorphic cats that you battle in the cat world that you travel to by jumping into dumpsters. The cat world is more of an action 3D platformer, going around and battling the cats and completing quests that are different from the ones you're completing in the real world. Like I said, this game has a complete identity crisis going on. The game has multiple money systems at play, including cat coins that you'll be using in the real world, but you only get them really in the cat world in order to buy real estate or houses. There's a business aspect to the game where you're buying businesses and earning money, but a different set of money that you can't use in order to buy most items in the game. It's absolutely confusing, and honestly, this is only part of what's going on in the game. As you're battling these random cat enemies, including some bosses here and there, you will earn experience and be able to level up. You'll thus be able to put points into a variety of categories, as well as there's also a ton of equipment to look for in this game. Pretty much everything you can think of that could potentially be equipped in an RPG-like fashion can be done so here, and you get a ton of weird items as you go through the game. The thing though with Abo Kashem, besides the gameplay, which I'll get to in a moment, is that it has all this stuff going for it, and it feels like they just decided, oh, let's throw all these elements together into one game, but really not flesh any of them out, or correct them, fix them, or make them actually fun to deal with. Then when it comes to the actual gameplay, the combat is pretty atrocious. It just basically breaks down to mashing a button. You do earn new types of attacks by doing more attacks with a particular weapon type, and you can then actually customize your combos. You can customize the kind of attack pattern you do, but it's still just mashing the attack button. There's not even multiple attack buttons to mix things up. The physics of the action itself is all over the place. Bounce pads that you'll use inside of the cat world kind of send you all over. Driving is just unreal. You're just flying everywhere. There's no physics at all, really. The game's an absolute mess most of the time. Presentation-wise, the music is actually okay, wherever that came from. However, the voice acting that's included, even with the humorous spin that this game is trying to have, is awkward, confusing, and cringy, and I hate using that word. It's just absolutely awful to listen to.
Of course this would be your house. I think it's giving my eyes cancer. That is possible, isn't it? Eye cancer? People get eye cancer.
There also is a ton of little minor graphical things here and there. The game really doesn't run all that well, and that's really just kind of the icing on the sundae at this point with the title. Abo Kashem, though, is available now on the PS4 and PC for $29.99. It does have a Platinum Trophy on PS4. Honestly, the best thing I can say about Abo Kashem is that it is ambitious. The game though also is so bad at moments that it's kind of good, so it's gonna have that potential to be a cult favorite because it's really absurd, it's really bad, but will also probably make you laugh at just how bad it is. With everything said, I'm going to be giving Abo Kashem a 2 out of 10. But anyway guys, that's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course I hope you enjoyed.